question for you. Which guy did you like the most in the entire show, and which one you absolutely did not like?
I didn't like the one who asked for the girl's number. I didn't like that. That's shady to me.
I see.
Because I would prefer he just be straight up and be like, that was great, thank you so much. Because when a guy doesn't ask you for your number, that's his way of showing you and telling you that he's not interested.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, that's what you think
and
to yourself.
she gave her best.
She was wonderful. And then I don't appreciate a man who's not aware. And he just was not aware. He wasn't aware that a girl didn't like him.
He was also... Is he the same guy that said there was no sexual chemistry?
Yes!
It's so weird. Who says that?
And what makes him think that kind of girl is going to be sexually attracted to him? But you see my point? Like, he doesn't see his body. He didn't see himself. But his body... Are you okay if a guy has a stomach?
A little.
How little?
I don't know. It depends. For me, it's this, and then we decide.
Because if you're young, you should be in shape. Men. Women is different. We have our cycles.
PCOS.
We have a lot of things. But men
can have something too. I don't know.
No, but they say it's known. Men, they lose weight faster. They're more sportive. It's known. Okay. It's known. Yeah, I mean, when I was coming up, it's known. Men lose weight. Sure, you have men who have a hard time losing weight, but it's easier for men to lose weight and to be sportive and to be strong it's easier than it is for us. I don't know if it's a lot easier, but it is easier. And they can, so a young, fit guy, I want a guy who's fit, right? But you know, as you get older,
and the pool gets small.
It's smaller and smaller, but somehow I'm still maintaining my fit self. Yeah,
so it's not wrong for you to ask someone who is fit as well,
right? Yeah. But I will take a little stomach, a little.
It feels like a family, you know. You feel like he's a husband. He does not feel like a boyfriend. He's like very protected and like a daddy.
Do you want a daddy? I think that was a Freudian slip, and I'm keeping it in there too. I'm not editing it out. I'm not editing any of this. It's going just like this.
Yeah, because like I like the flow of it.
It's going. Then maybe that'll be that cut in the middle, and that's it. Maybe another one at the beginning, and that's it. So it's kind of even.
Okay. So, who else?
So he can have a little something. So I didn't like him. I loved Shekhar.
Yeah, I loved him too.
The Sikh guy was close. I loved him. But I wasn't sure he was so serious, though.
I think he was, but...
Because he had two good girls. The other one, he wasn't attracted to her.
I think he was also a bit insecure about marrying someone who's not Sikh. Because he was constantly asking them about dating a guy who wears a turban. So I think he would be more happy finding a girl who's also Sikh. So, you know, he wouldn't have to feel conscious about it. Right.
So the other girl, was she Sikh? Was she Sikh? Was she Sikh?
No, one was Bengali or Marathi. I don't know, but they were not. No, she was not Sikh.
So he didn't find a girl who was Sikh in the whole show?
No.
That's going to be tough.
Do you remember there was this woman who was divorced and had a child? And
and then she met someone. The father was tough.
The father was very tough.
So you saw both. So you saw all the episodes after I told you to watch it.
You texted me that day about the show, and I was like, I think I should watch it. I've been avoiding it for too long.
She's from India and didn't watch Indian Matchmaking on Netflix. Tell me why, because a lot of my friends who are Indian hate that show. They feel that it shows a negative aspect of it. They feel that it's regressive.
How is people wanting to get married regressive?
They don't like the arranged part of it. I'm all in, like I said. I don't even need options. Just marry me. Just tell me where to show up, when the wedding is. Make sure you got my favorite foods and some good music. And I will show up and be fabulous in some flip-flops and dance the night away. That's how I meet my husband on the dance floor.
That's not how it works, but okay. It would have worked when in the 60s or 70s, 80s.
Perfect, exactly. That's why I think that way. You like 60s, 70s, 80s? Yeah, my time. Sounds quite great to me. Wow. Okay. Okay. So what are we missing? Am I missing anything?
I feel like we're missing a lot of topics.
A lot of topics?
Yeah.
We talked about regressive. I mean, I think the last time we just talked more about it. I think we're more concise now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
The old couples. What do you think about them? Remember the couple who was like, he's Mr. Yes. He says yes to everyone.
She's lying.
Everything.
She's lying.
I was like,
she's lying.
Say yes to other
no
women?
one does that.
That's what she was meaning. I think she was being sarcastic.
I just feel like all these old folks were portraying a life of happy marriage, but no one is this happy in a marriage. Like, of course, they are not unhappy. They don't hate it, but no one is this happy where it's everything is 100% perfect. Like even my parents argue a lot.
So you think if your parents sat on that couch, they wouldn't have the same charm?
They wouldn't.
They would love on each. They wouldn't be so.
I mean, they would, of course, if they sat there, they would present their best selves. And that's not, I don't think that's how marriages work. People fight and argue, and that's the thing about every relationship. You fight and you argue, and then if they're worth it, you go back together, you know? Like, not fight as in...
Right. Violence.
You know what I mean.
Yeah. Like have an argument.
Yeah.
Wow. Because they had a lot of those couples that... What about the new couple who they had go up there? The one who they were both competing. What do you think about them? Do you think they'll last? They got married. He proposed to her. And he was difficult.
First of all, he has no personality. He's blunt. He does not have brains. He's not smart. He speaks like he's sleeping. And he has a picture full of himself. He's like a mirror full of his own pictures in his closet. Isn't that a red flag? Isn't that
But he found her. It's like they're perfect.
He liked her because she was very pretty and way out of his league. She liked him because he was rich.
So he was rich. That's right. The family was rich.
Exactly. He's from a very rich family. He had a jewelry store, jewelry designing.
Do you think she likes him really?
I mean, if a guy is nice to you
and he's rich, you fall in love with him.
Of course you do. Yeah, it's not that difficult. I mean, once they're married and now she has to live with this bland personality, that's when she'll realize she made a huge mistake. But I know a lot of really stunning looking smart women. They're married to men who are like 3.
Do men
not just looks wise, but personality wise, especially personality wise.
Do men cheat in arranged marriages?
Of course. I mean, they're still men. Whether it's a love marriage, whether it's an arranged marriage, whether it's a relationship. I mean, those who want to cheat,
so that's
they will cheat.
That's love or arranged. That's what the terms are. Love marriage or arranged marriage.
Yeah. I mean, those who want to cheat will cheat. We cannot really stop that.
What did you learn from that show? The 2 seasons.
I learned that you need to be more concise with your criteria. You need to decide what's really non-negotiable for you. Because women there, they had a list with men who read books. How does it matter?
Right. Or what's his name? The girl has to like his team colors.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And there was one who said he should have a man bun. How does it even matter?
Let's go back to the other girl who was crazy. The one who's like Maddie. Not that Maddie's crazy, but the one who knew what she was. Do you think she'll find someone?
I don't think so. Because
you think she'll be single forever?
Maybe once she changes herself a bit, she becomes, as Seemanti says, a bit more flexible. Maybe that's when.
What about the other girl who... Do you remember the other girl who was dating that guy and he was late?
And that was the guy she went with eventually?
Yeah, and they went away. She went
who wanted a Gujarati speaking...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she had a job. She had a great job. And...
Yeah. It was very funny because she rejected one guy because the pictures didn't match. In my opinion, the pictures matched 100%. Really? It was just with glasses and without glasses. So
you thought she was being unreasonable?
And even if you felt that, what was the need to say it to his face? And he was still so nice about it, because I would have slapped that person for sure. And then she went for the guy who does not look good, who's tiny, and he just always moves his head
so you
like
don't think he looks good?
No. Wow. No, absolutely not. And it's just like, did you notice his head is always like, yeah.
What would you do if a guy was late? What is your rules, policies on lateness?
It's fine. Like if he was stuck somewhere, it's fine.
Just
inform me in advance,
okay.
right? Just
so if he needs to inform you, if he informs you, you'll wait. How long will you wait?
I don't know. Like, I mean, it depends on what he's updating me on. Like, if he says he's an hour away, it's okay. I can wait. If I don't have anything else to do, like if I have something important to attend to, then I'll leave. I mean, I'm not very tight about it. It's fine. Wow. But it shouldn't be a habit, right? It shouldn't be a habit. Who else are we forgetting?
What about that couple? The girl who was like, I'm not negotiating on what I want, but she met someone out of the show. Do you remember I asked about him last time?
Sheetal?
Maybe.
Yeah.
She met him outside the show. What did you think about that guy? He was weird to me. He was a bit over the top. I felt like he wanted to be on TV.
I think so, because he was also like some sort of an influencer
who
makes TikTok videos.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was just for some followers. It felt to me.
He was like, I'm in love with her.
Yeah,
like, you want to be on TV.
Not. Exactly. A lot of people, I feel like they were there because now you check their profiles on Instagram, they're all influencers. They're making reels.
You check their Instagram?
They just pop up in my feed and they're all influencers.
What do you mean they pop up on your feed? How?
I just like
pop up on my feed.
I waste a lot of time on Instagram, so I just like keep scrolling my reels and I see them all the time. I see that.
How do I get into that? I want to see that.
I'll send you the profiles of the people, because you remember I saw a video of Nadia. She said that what they showed in the show was not correct, because she knew Shekhar for almost 2 years. And during those 2 years, for 1 year, she was dating someone else, and her boyfriend and Shekhar used to hang out together. That's what she said. I don't know how accurate this is, but it kind of
doesn't make no sense. Yeah,
exactly.
That don't make it seem so bad after all.
Yeah, but like, would Netflix lie so blatantly?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, yes.
This is reality
and
TV.
She knows Hollywood.
Was the Will Smith slap set up? Yes. No. Was the skit set up? Yes. Was the slap set up? No. I think he added that on the spot.
Okay.
I don't think he went in thinking he was going to slap him. I think he went in thinking he was going to get in his face and be, don't talk about my wife.
But he improvised.
But he improvised too much. His ego got in the way.
Yeah, because initially he was laughing at the joke.
Yeah, and then Chris Rock's hands behind his back. Who does that? He was ready to know what was happening, but the slap was way too far.
Yeah.
Way too far. Okay. Did we get all the couples? Oh, she's going to England next. What do you think about that?
Who?
Seema Auntie.
She is?
Yes, the last girl in the last episode. They're in London.
I think I didn't watch the last episode completely. I just like, it's over anyway, so let's move.
At the end, she's like, yes, hello, I want my criteria.
She's in UK, she's close to us.
In London.
Maybe I can contact her.
And then you see Seema, you see the London Bridge, they're in London.
Okay.
I was like, I was just there. Because now I know what London is.
And UK has a lot of good men.
Really?
Compared to
France,
France,
you have a sister.
My cousin lives there.
And she's married to an Indian guy.
Yeah.
And she met him in the UK.
No. They were in India. They had an arranged marriage. They lived here for some time. Then they moved to US for his job, and then to UK. And they're finally like settled in UK.
Can I be arranged in a marriage? Can your mom arrange me?
I don't think she knows anyone who's looking to marry out of their race. But listen, my mom can't even find someone for myself. She's so clueless, because every time on phone she's like, Rafat, you're turning 26 very soon. What about your marriage? And I'm like, find me someone. And then she changes the topic.
Oh, so your mom brings it up to you?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
And you say, find me, and then she changes the subject.
Yeah, because she does not have anything. She knows nobody.
That is crazy, Rifat. That's madness.
And I know she does not have anyone, so I'm like, okay, find someone. Go ahead.
But do you really think it's going to be hard to find someone for you? All want the same thing. Someone who speaks your language, someone who speaks your religion, someone who is well-mannered, family-oriented, and nice.
It's difficult because they have their own list too, and maybe I don't fit in the list, and then, you know.
Yeah, but how would you not fit into the list? You have everything they want. What would you not fit? I mean,
I don't know.
Would you be considered fair-skinned?
No, but I would not. I would be somewhere in between.
Yeah. You're educated. You're ambitious,
that reminds me of one thing. If you're way too educated, it's more difficult to find someone. This is what my cousins have told me. They both had an arranged marriage, and they said for the first one it was easier because she had a normal degree. She was earning, but not so much. So for her, it was very quick to find someone. And for the second one, she was earning. She had a very good job. She had a very good college degree, and it took her like a couple of years to find someone because. If you earn, I don't know, 100K for example, most women want someone who earns at least 100K or more than that, and they have a huge difficulty finding someone. So the more you earn, the more educated you are, the more difficult it gets. It's crazy.
So even in arranged marriages, men don't want you to be too rich, too educated, but they want you to be beautiful.
Yeah, but I also think it's the women who also want men who earn more than them. So it's both ways, but mostly from the men's side.
Yeah, but that makes sense for women to want men, but not if they're making a lot of money. That don't make no sense.
It depends on how much they are making. If they're making a lot of money, it's fine if he's earning a bit lesser than you. But if you're not making too much, then, you know, you don't want to live a broke life.
What's a broke life? What does that mean to you?
I think I would define what a comfortable life means to me.
Perfect.
Okay, so you have a house, decent sized for you and your family. You can afford to go on vacations at least once or twice a year. You have emergency savings, and yeah, you can take care of all your regular expenses. I think that's it. That's all. But it's difficult in this economy. Even that is so difficult these days because everything is super expensive. So it's not that easy.
And that's why people in the States, you know, a lot of men could be like, yeah, I don't want my wife to work. Can you afford me not to work?
Exactly.
Because in the States, people work. Both the women and the men work.
There's no other option. There's no other option. Yeah,
so you want me to work, then you want me to come home and clean and cook too? You crazy. I'm working now, and I'm carrying the babies, and I'm breastfeeding. You going to help me clean and cook too? No. Are you going to cook and clean, Rifat?
Yeah.
And work?
I mean, yeah.
And what is your husband going to do? Does he have to cook and clean?
Of course.
Does your dad cook and clean?
He does not cook, but he does the cleaning and everything, gardening, watering the plants,
does
cleaning.
He do laundry?
Yeah, even with his hands. Most of the time with his hands. Because, yeah. If he sees this, because he does a lot of work in the house, but he never accepts this. He does not want, you know, to say it out loud to people. Because I don't know, like, you should be proud of it.
Make him less than a man.
I don't know, like, maybe he just does not, because, you know, if there's a guy who works a lot, who contributes a lot in the household chores, people kind of frame them to be, you know, like,
wimps.
Wife. No, like, it's a word called Joruka Gulam. It's basically a slave of your wife, sort of a thing. I mean, it's like, it's weird, but I think he does a lot of household chores, and he's always done it. Wow. And he works. But my mom also works. So.
And how many children do you want to have?
I don't know.
What do you don't know? 1, 2, 8, 10?
And not 8 or 10. Like, you do one and then you decide.
Okay.
If you have the bandwidth. I am not even sure if I want one, but I am also not sure that I don't want one. So I don't know.
So you're not even sure if you want
I'm
a
like
baby or not?
very scared of surgery and needles to a point it makes me paranoid. You know what I mean?
Well,
I don't have.
Yeah, once you have a baby, you'll get past that.
But I mean, it's fine. I'm just 25. Like, the baby talk scares me a bit. So let's not talk about babies.
But you need to know that, because a guy may want a baby, Rifat.
Yeah, it's
fine. And you're gonna have to give it to him.
We'll see. I don't want to talk about that.
Wow,
The whole baby talk, it makes me feel very old. I don't want to talk about it. Let's just first think of getting married and then we decide. We go from there.
But that's not how it works. You know that, right? You know you got to go into marriage. That's something you got to be clear on.
Yeah, but I'll decide when I find a guy. See, a lot of women know. She's too stunned to say.
Yeah, because when you find the guy...
we will know when we find the guy. Like, see, a lot of women know 100% that they do not want kids. I'm not in that category. You know? I'm just super, like, scared of blood and needles and surgery. It makes me very crazy. Like, super paranoid. That's my only problem. And it's not that big of a deal. So, when you're there, you decide. But it's not for me to decide now because I'm, like, literally 25. I'm a baby. And I don't want to talk about babies. But how do we conclude this thing?
Very awkward. You can do that too.
How do you do it?
Very awkward.
No.
I don't know why I do that. It's very, you know, it's very active.
That's your identity. No. Wait.
Really?
In the start of the video and towards the end. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. 100%. That's your identity.
I'm an official YouTuber. This is what Rifat says. Okay, she helps me a lot, y'all. We did an original version of this, and she was like, "We need to do it again."
It was super blurry. Yeah.
I was like, "It's fine." She was like, "No, it's not." I said, "We have to do it again." She's like, "We're doing it again." I was like, "Okay."
Yeah. It was fun though. It was
fun. Beautiful. Look,
okay.
Fam. We're gonna follow her path because she's on her journey of having an arranged marriage. Whichever comes first, the love marriage or the arranged marriage, but
marriage is happening.
Marriage is a priority.
My parents would die of a heart attack if they ever get to know that I'm not getting married.
But you are getting married though.
I am.
What happens if you don't get married?
Please don't say.
But what happens if you're 30, you're not married? What's gonna happen?
Then I'll get married when I'm like, it's in my destiny to get married. But I would like to do it earlier.
I thought it was in my destiny to get married. I'm not married, Rifat.
Please don't say it. Please don't jinx it. I'm very bored in life.
They say that women...
I'm bored. I need to split rent. I need someone to sponsor my vacation.
Get a dog, get a friend, and get a roommate. I just solved your problems. There's articles coming out that men are more and more increasingly single and alone. And women are more and more single and making the choice to be alone because they don't want to deal with the men's crap. And men haven't stepped up to reach where we are as women.
I think women have stepped up way too much.
Because our mothers and fathers kicked our asses to do that.
Yeah.
And men are socialized to chill and relax and live life. And they're realizing they need to step up. Like your mom has 4 doctorate a day. Step up. But whatever. Men need to step up. Yeah. So that's why I'm not married. And they say that the most... Sure, I would love to have a husband. And they say that the most successful group of women are single women, 20s, 30s, 40s. Single. They have the best businesses, the best lives, they're healthier.
Yeah.
They're more STDs, they're more sane, no depression, no weight issues, they say. They say that single women are active.
Yeah.
I'm not giving up my single life unless the man is amazing.
He needs to be worth it.
But it's the same for men. He shouldn't give up his life unless he has an amazing woman. It's the same thing.
But we are mostly amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think I can find a guy like me?
You're too good. You're too good. You're too good.
What does that mean, Reef? Huh? Should I?
You're beautiful. You're successful. You're very talented. You have a very kind nature. You're tall. How do you match that? How do you match that in this
Oh my God.
How do you match that? You're like a 10 on 10 in everything. How do you match that? But hopefully that you do.
So should I not be a 10 out of 10? Should I? We're gonna run out of time. No. Y'all, we love you. Where do they find you?
They don't.
That's how we're gonna end it. We love you. Thank you so much, Rifat. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome, darling. And we're gonna follow her journey on arranged marriage, and we'll have her back. Ciao, ciao.